What are you doing, Dad?
Well, this is...
Here, hold on. Don't want to get in trouble.
This is the motor out of John's Nitrous Malibu.
Yeah.
And he's crazy busy at his shop, so he just asked if we would put it together for him, or at least help him. I think it's too early for him. He said, "What time y'all?" Or said, "When y'all gonna work on that?" I'm like, "Me and Jace go to work before work every day." But yeah, he's probably got to take Eli to school and stuff. But
yeah.
Anyway, this is a stock block. I mean, it's a GM block, but somebody's done a lot of work to it. It's really nice. I always like to see what somebody else did. Maybe that's something we would want to try, you know. But
yeah,
I mean, as much money as somebody put into this block, they could have bought a brand new dark block probably. But anyway, I don't like really putting one back together that we didn't take apart, but we didn't take this one apart.
Yeah.
So.
Just trying to find a
I'm
puzzle.
just trying to, I mean, it's almost like putting a jigsaw puzzle together, you know, because
all the bolts and everything.
Yeah, just trying to figure out what went where and make sure all the, because like I say, when he had it machined, you know, of course they took all the cam galley plugs out. I mean, stuff like this takes me back. It's got like oil restrictors for the back. And, I don't know. I mean, it's not an LS.
Yeah, not an LS.
Not an LS, or it'd already be back together probably, you know?
Yeah, all you need for LS is a 10 millimeter, a 12, and an 8. So
yeah, you'd be done.
But
no, we're gonna get this together for him. I don't know if he's gonna race it this year, but he wants it to be fresh and ready to rip. Because if it was done, he would be definitely going to Hartstorm this weekend with it. Because this car, it'll get down on the street, you know. So
yeah, well, hopefully we can get it done. Help him put it in the car, and he can start going to these street race type events with us and having a good time. And I know he likes racing the Malibu a lot, so started going through everything for the middle room. That's too far back. Dad, what are all these screens?
well, a lot of old timers use those, and probably even, I mean, high-end engine builders use them. One, if you have shrapnel up top, broken push rod, broken rocker arm, broken lifter top, the pieces can't get down in the engine. And two, when your oil's draining back, that screen breaks it up into smaller droplets to get back to the pan quicker and not cause as much. Because if you're just pouring oil and your crank's spinning at 7,000, it's grabbing that, you know. But if it's, you know, some people say that's up to worth 20 horsepower, you know. When you buy custom pistons, they're really custom.
Hey, they are custom. You gotta get real close with this. So.
That must be why they were like
that?
Well,
that camera needs my glasses, I guess.
Yeah, I could have put your reading glasses on there and could have zoomed in on it. So
that must be why they were like $400 extra than any other piston I ever bought, so.
That's why it took so long.
Complimentary.
That's why it took so. That's why it took so long. It was like you're welcome. We laser etched it.
It takes 4 days per letter.
Or if you know, purchase a motor at 9,000.
That always makes for good videos. I like getting Johnny's inside videos.
Yeah.
Whenever he's purging it.
I gotta get in the
Shift
game.
lights going on. He's hitting the rev limiter.
And he's like, "Gah!" And every time he hits it, the shift light comes on. Bam, 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 bam. Bow, 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 bow. He just keeps hitting it. I'm like, oh my god.
And my shift lights at 7,500.
Yeah, I know. I told your brother, I said, Nick,
I just
shift this thing around 8,000. I mean, probably don't even make power to that.
Yeah, I gotta check the rods. Make sure
Yeah, man, make sure it's all gonna go. All gonna work.
I'm ready to go right there on the starting line in about 600 watts.
800?
Oh, yeah.
They only want 2,000.
Well,
You got some sweet numbers on this
Three
thing.
out of that thing. Pretty easy. Got a little carried away.
this being Mark 2, that'll be alright.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's too late now. We're gonna just put them all in and we'll come back and we'll probably take them to, they probably torque to 75. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. I'm just, like I say, I never look at a small Chevy when I think about that stupid purple truck. Because I remember how much of a ripper that motor was. We didn't have a good fuel system yet.
We had
Stock fuel pump in it or something.
it was something horrible, but we drove it out to the oil company and we made a full pass on the way out to the oil company.
Yeah.
And it was a rocket ship.
What motor was it?
It was, we bought it from
Dale Cox.
A 383, aluminum head, solid roller. I mean,
It was a beast.
for back in that day, it was.
Yeah.
I think you got it for like $2,000.
Oh, it was
crazy.
we had to assemble it, but it was a smoking deal.
Yeah, it was retarded.
Like the heads cost more than I bought the whole motor for.
Yeah.
I really think it would have probably ran in the nines.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Pretty easy.
You should just stop it.
Yeah. See how easy it's still turning? I mean, those oil rings are giving no drag.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I pulled it out of the car, I'm pretty sure I could just take the
Push the
crank.
pistons right out.
And the pistons almost fell out, but whenever I had no pistons in, I just spun the crank. I could spin it with 2 fingers. It would do like a full rotation. Alex said loose is fast.
That much. Wow, Johnny.
It's by design.
All compression.
That's crazy.
It's by design. Everybody's like, oh, you only have flat tops. I'm like, yeah, but it comes out like an inch out of the top of the.
It's
block.
like it's almost like it's a full dome. The whole thing is just a
only
dome.
That's why the Malibu does so good.
That is crazy. I don't think I've ever
I'm
seen
glad
that.
you waited for them thick head gaskets. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
You mean Steve's wholesale?
Yeah, Steve's
Yeah, Steve's wholesale. I bought those when I bought these when I worked at Miners for Dad.
Oh.
I had a set that I
6
think
years ago
I got
or
at
something.
Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
It was the exact same one, so we ended up with 2 sets, but we've got one set and we have worn them smooth out. That's the thing with a lot of these head bolts and rod bolts, you gotta be 12 points, so.
So
Around 75.
75.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going back there?
Yeah.
I was just gonna go in order.
Yeah, we don't want to forget any.
Yeah.
We don't need any. We don't need any early exits.
The old motor was easy. It'd have 2 sets up at
really?
the same time, and then
Yeah.
2 other sets up at the same time.
3.48 stroke at a.
It was easy.
I mean, you could
go.
almost get all of them without even turning it over.
Swift, cool.
All right, back on the Malibu motor. I just slid the camshaft in. Gonna try to get the short block together this morning. That way we're just waiting on the heads.
you got going, Dad?
Well, on a small block Chevy, if you use half-inch rod bolts, they'll come around and clip the gasket.
Yeah,
so,
I had a 440 that had this same problem. We rebuilt the whole motor and got it in the car running and started it and it was knocking, it sounded like. Took the motor out, took the pan off, and it was my rod bolts hitting the pan gasket. So we're pre-notching Johnny's, that way we don't have that issue. And Jess just staring at the camera. So start them young. You got knee surgery when you were like 18 then?
I had it when I was 18, and they gave me a machine, and they said that you gotta like do it for 2 hours, you know, and you just turn up how far it bends it. It's just an electric machine that works your leg back and forth. And I mean, I had to work, so I turned it up to like 100 and just slept with it on like for 8 hours every night. And I was back. They told me 6 weeks and all this stuff, and I was working, and in less than 2 weeks I was 18.
Yeah.
Heal a lot faster when you're 18.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we should have went with y'all.
that Westport or whatever,
Yeah.
full size candy bars.
We went behind Taylor's neighborhood, or Taylor's parents' neighborhood. And it's like we're in the process of putting Johnny's heads on his motor. Look how big.
140 thousandths to make these pistons, because these pistons was coming out,
Coming out of the hole, so that's the thickest head gasket I've ever seen, you know, especially on the small block Chevy. But the pistons were coming out of the hole this far, so
kind of had to do that.
well, heads are torqued. So now we got to put on these valve springs. Johnny will be here for that tomorrow.
We're saving.
We're
that
just gonna
for
let
you.
that happen with him.
I'll be shocked.
That'll make some really good video, I feel like.
I'll
so.
feel shocked if we get all 8 of them on in an hour tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
But all right, well, that's good. That's the next step. So, what y'all got going on over here?
Well, we're trying to
Sweet,
Very expensive.
very
valve
expensive
spring
tools
compressor.
we are working with here.
And the strongest springs in the springs. You'll have to have it done.
It's got like 2 or 3 springs in there just to make sure.
These springs are like probably, I would guess they're almost 300 seat pressure. So this is really high.
This is high tech.
precision stuff going on here.
I think this spring compressor was like $6 at O'Reilly's.
Yeah, I've got an extra one if something happens. It almost needs to
We're
go.
gonna tap it in, so
Yeah, and it's in there.
here if you want to tap it. I don't know if you can tap it.
I
Almost
don't
stay
know
out
if
of
it'll go very far.
Yeah. It almost got us. There it is.
I really wanted to spin that around.
There you go.
I don't think it's gonna go there.
No dice?
No.
Okay.
I just let it off. I bet it'll. Nope, it sure ain't catch it either.
Well,
Now what? I don't know.
I'll just cut all this together, make it look like it was the first try.
the first try.
Yeah, I'll cut it all
I think when
together.
you pull it down, you know, you can move it side to side to get them in, but. Alright. Yeah, I don't think. That one's in.
there you go. They're in. There we go.
That's the way it's
Boom,
supposed to
first
work.
try.
Simple as that.
First try.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you guys only have 6 more to go. I got somewhere I'm going, so y'all have fun with us.
Still be here.
I guess. That was more silicone than I would ever use normally. They're doubled up gaskets though, so I don't really know. I think that'll be alright.
That's a thick. Thick silicone that you got.
Yeah,
Silicone bead that you got on the china around here.
Just right.
Cut the brand new intake gasket. This is some weird stuff going on here.
How do you want to do it? I mean,
I was just gonna put this old one up to it and then just kind of mark it. You got like a knife or anything?
We got a sawzall. If you want to use a sawzall.
That might work.
I mean, I've got this.
Well, Malibu motor's finally done. I feel like it took forever. I've been filming this video for like 2 months or something.
That's how this whole thing's been. I literally tore this down a year ago.
Yeah, so
Waiting on parts and stuff.
I mean, we literally started on this and had it together in an hour.
yeah, that's my short block that I got like last week. But well, I'm ready to see the Malibu running again.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about, I'm ready for us to take it to Hinton and you purge it 20 times to the motor.
Yeah. Hey, that's what it does best.
It just sounds cool.
That's the way to go fast.
But all right, well, when are you gonna put it in? Do you know?
Maybe another year. I don't know.
Next year?
Yeah.
We're just shooting for next year on it.
Probably right after Christmas is when I'll probably get it.
Yeah. All right. Well, be looking for the Malibu out on a street near you at some point.
Yep.
So, but make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll holler at you later.